Hi, everybody, and welcome to Burnout Culture. The industry sucks, and so do we. My name is Kazuma Hashimoto.
I'm GC.
I'm Cullen.
And I'm Jake. I don't suck.
Okay, well, that's fine, or whatever. Cullen is back with us in the realm of the living. He's no longer dead or dying, right?
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I thought it was weird that you guys recorded like all those podcast episodes without me and then didn't release any of them. But you know, whatever you want to do. There's
Yeah.
like hundreds of hours of episodes you guys recorded being ready for me to be dead, and then I came back and kind of foiled all that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, a lot of work went into that. A shame it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
I got 8 more lives.
8?
Yeah.
I thought you were a dog boy.
Wait, let me Google how many lives do dogs have?
Oh fuck. Is it not 8?
I think it's 1.
Oh fuck. But I'm on like the 0th life right now. You know when you're playing a platformer and it's like, oh, you have 0 lives. And it's like, no, I have 1. Come on, let's not be coy about this. Let's call a spade a spade. Anyway, welcome to Burnout Culture.
Yeah, welcome. So, this podcast episode is just going to be us commiserating over being sick, sunburned, and having your computer hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had a really great week compared to you guys.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, do you... So, okay.
I mean, do you know how your audience likes to receive news? Like the bad news first and then the good ones? Or first the good ones and then it gets worse? Like, how should we tier our misery?
Oh, the misery.
Everybody wants to be my enemy.
That's what GC thought. Win his computer.
So
Take it
about
away.
2 days ago, I'm gonna date the episode. About 2 days ago, I did a silly goose thing, and I got a DM from a friend who I rarely speak to through DMs.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "Hi, I make a game. Will you help me test my
GC.
game?"
I baked a cake. I'd like you to click this link to get a picture of it.
Yeah.
And I was preoccupied with something else. I was like trying to do some admin for something else. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was like, what is this? What do they want me to do? And I fell for the oldest trick in the book and I downloaded malware. And it immediately set about stealing my information. So I spent the last 2 days changing all of my emails, all of my passwords. I reported my cards stolen. Basically anything that they basically stole the session tokens from my computer, which means whatever I was logged into at the time that I opened that program, they had access to, even if I had two-factor authentication activated. They could just bypass that. It's basically like spoofing your web browser on your computer onto a different computer.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And I didn't know what I was logged into.
How legitimate does this look like? Like when you go to download it, like how legitimate
it looks so sketchy. It looks so sketchy.
So was just clicking the link enough to like compromise you, or did you also
I had to download something. I had to put in a password. It was so it was so that's why what I was saying is like I was so angry at myself. Like I was so frustrated because I'm a computer science major, okay? Like I know about these things. I have
Do you?
People, yeah. Well, I like to think I do. And people, you know, they warn you all the time, and I've warned my friends. Like I'm literally the person that constantly tells my family, "Hey, don't click that. Hey, don't talk to that person. Hey, this account's hey, you got to be aware of this new thing that's going on with like these scams online and stuff like that." And then I fall for it. It was so embarrassing that my brother immediately called me because the scammer was trying to like scam other people using my account. And my brother immediately called me and was like, "You fucked up, didn't you?" And I was like, "I fucked up."
That is actually hilarious, but I'm so sorry because that's such a huge hassle to like have to reset everything, block all your cards and everything. Like I lost my wallet recently. That already gave me like half a heart attack. I don't know how you must have felt.
Oh, I wanted to die. I wanted
Oh, cool.
lightning to strike me down, and for that to be the end of my existence.
That's less likely than me clicking a link and downloading a file. I don't know.
Like that is. I was feeling sympathetic for you. I mean, I still am, obviously, but a lot more when I thought you just got tricked by the click the link, you're fucked like thing, because that makes sense. Like you don't, like, you know, you don't really jump to that being as suspicious, but it took you to a website that said scam.com, and you were like, oh, it asking me, do I want to get scammed?
Scam, it said
So
spam.
here's the thing, the game has a Steam page.
It was really good, actually. It was a 10.
It has
It
a
was a
Steam
10?
page, and it has a Twitter.
Oh my
But
god.
it's-
Okay, so what kind of game is it?
It's
Can we
the
report
fucking-
it?
The fucking game is called Dungeon of Destiny. I don't know if the people
Your
that
destiny was.
I don't know if that's like Steam needs to look into this, or Valve needs to look into this, because I don't know if the game is, and I guess the devs of the game, if the game is actually legit, because someone is using that game to spread malware. Like it's trying to use the legitimacy of that game, or the legitimate look of that game, to spread malware. So I don't
So-
know what's going on.
It is a real game, and it even has a subreddit.
I would let these people know, because it would honestly also be really bad PR for their game if people think that they're associated with this.
Yeah.
I
I
would
might-
really like let them know.
I'm gonna fucking once everything's like actually like changed out, because ironically the only things that I can't change the passwords on or the emails on are my fucking social media accounts, because
my
they
God.
have protections for that. So it's like, oh, you're on a new device, because I had to reinstall Windows to get rid of the malware. It's like, oh, you're on a new device. You can't change your password or your email for 2 days, or in YouTube's case, 7.
Okay, so I'm checking out the Steam page right now, and everyone's like, "This is malware."
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
if you Google the name, there's a community like page for it, and they're like, two of my friends on Discord, they got hacked to promote this game. Potential scam, malicious malware, and on the Reddit as well.
That's
So why is that not being like, why has that not been taken down yet?
Wait, is this game real now or not? I'm confused.
It's a game that has a Steam page listing. It has a Twitter account that has tweets dating back to like 2023.
GC,
That's just a year.
I know you're going through it right now, but I have an excellent new video idea for you.
Yeah, I got
A hot
scammed
new
by a
game.
fucking game on Steam.
A hot new
Investigate.
game that you could cover called Dungeons of Dipshits or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually really clever to bring awareness to this scam.
Yes,
It would be.
do it.
And you could get content money from it.
Yeah, but then
and
I'd
you
paint a
can,
big target on
show
my
that you're the
back.
victim of the scam.
That really sucks though. Like, I don't put anything on externals, so if somebody hacked my PC and I had to wipe it, I would literally lose everything. So, wow.
You were talking about that. I was like, GC, you save your video project files on like an external, right?
Yeah, I'm insane, and I have like 6 hard drives hooked up to this thing, and they all store different data. So
Good.
like if my root drive gets infected with something, which is thankfully that's what it did. It infected my root drive. I can just reinstall Windows and get rid of everything that's on it, and everything else will be safe. Oh man, what a time. And I'm still living in fear. At any minute I could get booted out of Discord. Any minute I could get my email stolen again. I don't know like how safe it is. So I made a brand new email, and I've been like changing everything and all that, and like, but there's still accounts left over, and who knows how many things I was still logged into when I got hacked. It's bad. Don't click on weird links, and don't download anything anyone sends you over instant messengers. And if you have to, like, if you really feel like it's legitimate, then go, and it's your friend asking you, go ask your friend on a different platform. If they're messaging you on Discord, ask them on Twitter, ask them on Facebook, give them a text. Like literally do like a vetting process before you download
Oh my god,
anything.
the fucking question Cullen asked you to prove it was you was so fucking funny.
Oh,
What was it?
What kind of energy do I give off? And
I didn't even well, because GC texted me.
Yeah.
And then I got the message finally, and I already knew it wasn't the fucking scammer. Which, by the way, I really thought we had something. GC, that motherfucker with your account messaged everybody but me.
Here's the weird thing: he messaged people that I haven't messaged in forever instead of messaging my most recent contacts. Which I guess is part of the idea, because it's like, if I don't message you often, then you don't know how I type, then his broken English comes across a little more convincing.
But then why did he message me?
No, more importantly, why didn't he message Cullen? He feels left out.
Yeah, I wasn't included. I didn't get to not get scammed.
Neither was I, but I don't complain about it,
Okay,
Cullen.
well, just shut up. You have your own complaints. Pick a different battle, all right, Jake?
I think it just like, I think he was just going randomly like through people's things. And then, by the way, dear viewer or dear listener,
or dear scammer, we know you're listening.
Then he had the audacity. I know he hacked somebody else's account on through me. I know for a fact that happened because that person messaged me and said, "Hey, I think your shit got hacked, and also like mine did too, or whatever." Right before we started this podcast, he messaged me with my friend's hacked account again with the same fucking gimmick.
And
So
did you click it, huh?
No, not this time. I blocked him immediately. So he doesn't even remember me.
I think he wants to mock you.
I swear to God.
Your nemesis. This is your like origin story, GC.
This is my origin story. This is why I go into cybersecurity in the future and I become like a security expert, and I start taking down scammers. Who's that guy on YouTube that does that stuff?
Kitboga?
Yeah,
well, there's a couple of them.
This is my origin story for becoming Kitboga.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Jake and I just got really bad sunburns. Well, I think that's kind of an understatement.
You got worse than bad
Extra
sunburns.
crispied.
I have never felt this shrimpy, and I'm an artist. I sit like a shrimp all the time, but I never felt like a shrimp, like as crispy and crunchy and on fire like this. Like,
can we not make me hungry, please? Like,
I'm sorry,
crunchy, like shrimp. Like, come on.
It's not so much as crispy shrimp; it's almost like burnt shrimp. I feel like, because like
I'd still eat them. Shrimp are good.
At some point, I just woke up at 4 a.m. sitting on the floor crying because I couldn't sleep because everything was on fire.
Oh my god.
So let me set the scene. Okay?
Oh yeah, yes.
Little German boy wants to go to the beach, so we organize. Yes. So we organize a beach day with some friends, or some people from our D&D group, and we go like north of like Santa Monica and go to like a smaller, more private beach. Rent an umbrella, have charcuterie. Jake goes swimming for like 4 hours.
I don't have a watch on me when I'm in the ocean. Maybe you should like, pull me out or something, or let me know it's been 4 hours.
So during that time, he obviously hasn't reapplied sunscreen. Comes out of the water to tell us that he hasn't drowned, and he goes back in.
Yeah, like it's rare that I get to see the ocean. It's wonderful. It was great. I didn't think I was gonna get sunburned because we did apply a lot of sunscreen, and everyone else was sitting under the sun umbrella.
The parasol?
The parasol.
Sunbrella, if you will.
Yeah,
under the sunbrella, exactly, in the shadows. And we were drinking like a lot of water. It was very healthy and good. We were very prepared, and well,
all of us got severely sunburned. One friend got sunburned like across their chest.
Oh my
like
god.
over their nipple.
It's
I feel so
funny.
bad.
It is
Those
so
are the
funny.
worst.
Jake has sunburn along his entire back.
Like the seams of the shirts I'm wearing still hurt me right now as we speak. Like I'm in so much pain. I'm starting to my skin is starting to get bubbly right now on my neck. I don't know what that means, but my forehead was so sunburned that it was swollen, and I thought that maybe a xenomorph was going to hatch, or maybe I was growing another brain, hopefully, but that wasn't the case. I had to remove a layer of skin so the pressure would go away, and now I'm feeling better.
Oh,
That's what's gonna happen. Your skin's gonna bubble and then it's gonna peel.
ooh.
Yeah, another friend got the tops of their feet burnt,
Yeah.
but me, I got my entire right leg burnt up to my what is
Like-
this? Up to my upper thigh.
Let me state that this is
Ow.
not normal. Like, I've seen a sunburn, but Kazuma's foot was swollen so badly that I thought it was going to explode. He couldn't walk for like 3 or 4 days. Like, I don't even know anymore. Time feels like
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't exist.
and one of the first things I did when GC got his account back was send him a picture of my fucked up foot.
Which
picked
I'm
baby-
sure GC was very happy to receive.
Oh,
I don't know,
shut
man.
up.
There was no ankle, as in my foot is so swollen you cannot see my ankle.
And then I was like, "Oh, you're allergic to sunburns. I diagnose you with sausage foot."
That was the funniest shit ever. And we were at like an LCS game when you said that, and I was fucking busting up. Yeah, that's our little story of misery, just being sunburned. But Cullen, you had a fantastic week. You recovered from dying.
Mostly, I have the occasional cough, but you know what? That's
Okay.
pretty all right. No,
Okay.
I'm. This is the last week of me recovering. Next week it's back to exercise and diet and all that boring shit.
Ew.
I know, right? Yeah, no, I had a pretty great week. It's my girlfriend's birthday, so we went out on a day trip, just all over town, doing all the stuff she likes to
Oh.
do.
Yippee!
We went to Hot Pot for dinner,
Ooh.
which I love Hot Pot. It's like one of my favorite like night out date spots, I guess. But yeah, Hot Pot was great. I got some really spicy Hot Pot, and it like at one point went like some of like either a pepper or like the oil or the like hot super spicy soup got lodged in my throat, and
Oh, no.
I accidentally made a scene in the restaurant
Oh
where
no.
it like basically dislodged like every other remaining cough I might have had, and I was just like hacking because of how spicy this hot pot was.
Oh, I love that.
It was really funny. I was telling my girlfriend like, I'm so embarrassed, I'm sorry, and she was like, at least it was funny.
So what kind of stuff do you put in your hot pot?
Beef and meat and broccoli. I basically everything. I like tofu, I like beef, I like really spicy like soup base with some like chili and maybe chili oils and garlic added.
You know, I only went to Hot Pot one time, and I had a really mediocre experience.
We take you to mine, man. You'll see different. What's really cool about my hot pot place is it's like a modernized version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a tablet at your table, right? And
I love those.
Does a robot bring you your meat?
the robot brings us the drinks. You're getting ahead of my story, Kaz.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. But like, so you have this tablet, and you're basically, unless you pay for something like really special, you're paying for like a set amount per person, and then adding things to your order is like mostly $0. So you're adding like your portions from the tablet, placing the order, and then they bring it to you instead of having to wait for the guy to come, back and forth or anything like that. So you're controlling how much you're getting, and it's amazing. I always eat just the perfect amount of hot pot, and I'm never like stuck with a bunch of extra shit I didn't want because the portion size is amazing. I'm not gonna say what the place is called, but it's a local place, and I genuinely love it. I love hot pot.
I'm glad you guys had a good time.
That's
Yeah,
really sweet.
She had a really good birthday. We just went all over. We went shopping. We did everything. I
That's
got
really
her
cute.
I got her a coffee grinder. So I'm hoping
Ah.
she has some fun with that.
Grinding some coffee.
Yeah. We're both into our specialty like coffees, so pretentious ways of making coffee like espresso, and for me, Chemex now.
Well, I mean, you do that too, right? Right, Jake?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm pretentious. I'd say I'm just like a cool coffee drinker. I'm not as pretentious as Cullen, of course.
What's your
I'm a
beef?
little more humble.
Why are we
and,
beefing today, huh,
approachable.
Jake?
Well, I'm just wondering because you said you called yourself pretentious. It was, I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm
other
not.
people think espresso's pretentious. I just think it's good.
I think espresso's a normal drink.
No, I agree. Like when I was at Disneyland, my stepdad, like we were talking something about coffee. And he was like, I don't need that tiny little nothing coffee and a bunch of milk. It's all milk. There's no coffee in it. And I'm like, all right.
My favorite thing is like a good like 1 cup of espresso, and it should be paired with a same size cup of sparkling water. That's how I
Ooh, like a
learned it.
tonic?
Yeah, that's how I learned it from this like Italian cook when I used to work at like this bowling alley / bar, and that changed my life.
Lately I've been really fucking with Americanos.
Delicious.
They like, do you guys know what an Americano is?
Yeah,
Why don't you
it's
explain what an Americano is for our viewer?
Okay.
For the listener.
For the
Jesus.
Americans.
Yeah, so the Americano it's super simple, but it's mind-blowingly tasty. It is just a shot of espresso with water in it. Like it basically
What?
makes the portion balance out to like what a normal coffee would be like, but because it starts with really strong, unique coffee like espresso, you get a different flavor than just like a normal cup of coffee. It's super good.
Yeah, it's not ground coffee like regular ground coffee either. Like it's espresso beans. So
yeah.
So they dilute it with water, and that's an Americano. Sorry, I said that like a white
You're an
person.
expert.
An Americano. There you go. Sorry.
Much better.
How would you say it, German boy?
What in German? Just Americano.
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 Americano. Wait, I recommend everyone on this pod go get an Americano tomorrow.
God, we will.
Okay, you better. You got all those like really nice coffee places.
I want to take Jake to the coffee shop that I took you to.
I'm so fucking mad. Jake, you're gonna love it. I'm so mad.
Really?
We went
What
there.
did you have there?
What did we have there?
Vienna. You had a Vienna
Ooh.
coffee.
It was incredible. It was the best coffee I drank on my entire trip. But the problem was I was like 7 lattes in or some shit.
Oh, shit.
Or it was like 4 or something, because I wanted to try it at like a bunch of different spots, and James took me to a coffee place as well. And like I was just like so overwhelmed with coffee and like caffeine. And then we had to go like rush to get our food. So I had to throw away this really nice coffee, and I died inside.
That's so sad.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, you're gonna love that place. It's so nice. Don't drink it after a bunch of other espressos.
Oh, no, I'm not like you.
Yeah, you're not different.
I would know
No,
about this
I'm actually
coffee
normal.
place if I didn't get COVID. I'm having a rough month. Can
Whoa,
we just go ahead?
Whoa, GC, you have COVID right now?
No. I'm
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
I caught like I couldn't
why you
go to
couldn't
California because of COVID.
I thought you got COVID again.
No,
That would be funny.
I'm having a rough month. If I catch COVID again, it would only be fitting for the month of August. I hope August ends swiftly, and I hope September is a better month for everybody.
God, same.
Yeah, honestly, this has just been a shitty arc of our podcasts.
I know.
We've all been miserable.
The misery arc.
Oh, the misery.
Speaking of misery and the misery, Jake and I went to an LCS game today.
Oh, how
What
was
does that
that?
stand for?
We saw a bunch of young men cry, and it made me very sad.
It was really upsetting. So LCS is the summer split for League of Legends North America. We saw a League of Legends game. It was best of 5. It was Team Dignitas versus NRG.
It was really, really, really tense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Basically, they're changing the way that the professional like League of Legends, like esports league, is working next year. So these were like the two bottom teams for Worlds. It was a knockout. These guys' careers are on the line. the loser literally doesn't know if their team is going to be disbanded
More
or
than
if
likely.
yeah,
Yeah.
or if they're even going to be able to like compete in league anymore after this if they don't
Yeah.
get picked up by like another team. But it was really, really intense because one match went to 40 minutes
Oh my God.
and it was pretty fucking crazy.
It felt like 10 minutes.
And
Yeah,
40
it was-
minutes is a long time.
It felt like 10.
Yeah, but they were constantly doing team fights, GC.
It was insane.
Constantly.
Insane.
Like I actually suggest like if you want to see what it's like, just like watch today's match because they were just constantly fucking each other up.
Oh yeah, I've seen professional league gameplay before. It is very like edge of your seat. Like what is gonna happen?
Sorry, I blacked out at constantly fucking each other.
Sometimes it happens. But so at the end of the match, GC, how well do you know your esports teams from League? Do you know TSM?
I know TSM.
So you know Sven and Jensen?
I don't know players. I just know teams.
Okay, so some of the players from TSM were on Dignitas, and they interviewed one of them after the match, and they were like, "Do you think you stand a chance against the top two teams?" And he was like, "What did he say?"
He said like, no. He said, what do you think you'll need to bring into the fight against Cloud9? And he was like, I think we need to bring Jesus.
So they interviewed like the winners and the losers afterwards, and when they interviewed NRG, who are the losers, the kid was actually crying.
Like he was trying so hard to pull himself together to say a few words, and like he was like talking about how this was like his dream and he never wants to stop playing, and he like that he really hopes that he can keep doing it, and that was so fucking sad to see. Like
Damn.
It was like watching someone's hopes and dreams get crushed right in front of you.
Yeah, and after that they immediately had a meet and greet, the poor guys. Oh my God.
And everyone came to see them, but nobody came to see the winners.
That was crazy, yes.
That's wild. But you know what? Like those guys will be fine. Like they're talented. They attract an audience. Like I'm sure they'll find a way to live out their dream job or live out their ideal like situation in a different way, even if they don't get picked up by a team. Like they could stream, they could do something. You know, like there's ways for them to apply themselves in a different way or like remain in that space somehow, I feel. Because they're talented, and it's really hard. If as someone who used to try to play League professionally, that shit is hard, and people at that level, you know, they don't go away forever unless they do messed up things. But I'm sure that's not the case.
Who was your main?
My main, oh my God, it's been so long. I played back in the day. I was playing Ezreal. I was playing Master Yi. I had, God, there's so many champions in League of Legends that I lost count. I lost track of that a long time ago, but mostly just Ezreal and Master Yi. I actually used to play, this is way back in the day, but I used to play APE and people used to tell me, it's never going to work. This is never going to work. And then an APE helped win a championship one time. And I was like, well, guess what?
God, that's ancient, GC.
I know.
You're ancient.
You're old, dude.
I've been playing since the beta, or I was playing since
Old
the
as
beta.
fuck.
So you were basically playing when it was still Dota.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. Listener, if you play League of Legends, tell us who your main is. My main is Swain. As a surprise to no one. GC, do you know what Swain looks like now?
I don't know what he looks like now.
Go look at what Swain looks like now. Just do a quick Google search for me.
I also used to play Singed too. I used to play a lot of Singed.
You would.
Yeah, I love it. I have a shirt. I have a League of Legends shirt. It says "Caution, don't chase," and it has Singed on it, like in a construction worker thing. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite shirts. Why does he look so zaddy? What is going on?
He's so fucking hot, bro.
Describe him for me, GC.
I'm just gonna post
hot
it. I'm just gonna
imperialist.
post a picture.
No, describe him. Like,
Describe him for our audience, GC.
yes.
He looks like Riot wanted to get Jason Isaacs to voice a League of Legends character.
He has long white hair, some stubble, a hand that's kind of like arcane-ish, and he's wearing. He looks like a Game of Thrones character. He looks like an old man Game of Thrones character.
He's voiced by a Game of Thrones actor.
Of course he is. Here you go, Cullen. Here's a picture. This is
All right.
You won't be able to see this, listener, but if you're following along, you've probably already Googled it.
Oh, God,
Oh, that's his Wild
guy.
Rift skin. They de-aged him in that.
Oh, he's even older? You mean to tell me he's even older?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they de-aged him for Wild Rift.
My God.
Why did they have to de-age him?
You know why.
I know men above 40 allowed?
No.
No.
Oh.
God, we
He
can
doesn't
clear that up.
have his cane anymore?
No.
But the cane was iconic. Although I guess
He's
Victor also used the cane, right?
No, he doesn't have his cane anymore. He doesn't walk around with it. But he turns into like a fucked up demon. Well, it's not, you remember his old transformation, right? It's like, it's not as cool anymore. But yeah, we saw a League of Legends game. It was fun, but also depressing. And that was kind of our week, right? Because we were supposed to do like a lot more, but then we got fucked up by sunburns. So
Like we literally couldn't move.
Ouch.
The world really is trying to get us while we're down.
oh
It's
wait,
okay,
wait,
we'll
did you
persevere.
guys watch any movies recently?
Oh.
Did I watch
No?
a movie? Did I watch a movie?
You didn't watch hit movie Deadpool and Wolverine?
Oh,
I
no, I
didn't.
didn't watch that.
Jake made me watch yesterday, and 30 seconds in, I was like, I fucking hate this movie.
So that means by now I've seen it twice in
Oh my
full
God.
length.
Well-
yeah, I that does not seem like a movie you would like in the slightest, cause
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but you know what? He sure didn't complain when Wolverine showed up.
Shut up. My
Yeah, that makes
God.
sense.
Hey, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's a
He
sexy
looks
guy.
so good. He looks so good in that movie. Like, just cut the Deadpool scenes out. Perfect movie.
I want to know who, like, cause his physique changes from Wolverine movie to Wolverine movie, and whoever was training him for that movie, like,
It-
goddamn,
it's
they sculpted a champion out of that guy for that movie.
Yeah, I don't think that's all natty, as they say.
What does that mean?
Natural.
Oh, you think
Absolutely. It's extremely common.
He's doing the roids.
For sure. And it will be just like very controlled so he can quickly bulk up. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Absolutely.
Ackman, you're gonna need to come on the show and put that to rest.
Yes, please, Mr. Huge Jackman, you have to come to the show now.
we also watched Alien Romulus, which I thought was better than Deadpool and Wolverine. But even more than that, we watched Twisters from 1996, and it was fucking awesome.
Dude, the action in Twister is unparalleled. We're 5 minutes in, we're already hunting down the first goddamn Twister. It is crazy. You do not get to breathe for a second. It's like a rom-com with tornadoes.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
How'd you feel when that guy tied himself with, I think he ties himself with his belt to like a pipe?
Yes, it's crazy. The most powerful belt. Have you seen Twisters, Cullen?
I have not, no.
You should check it out sometime. We're gonna watch Twister soon. I'm really excited because I heard that it's like a revenge story. Like the guy is fighting a very specific tornado and like it's personal because that tornado killed his family, which is the couple from the first Twister movie. So it's a sequel. Absolutely amazing. We all need to watch it or they will stop making Twister movies and we want to avoid that.
The
Okay.
tornado killed my family. I'm
Exactly.
gonna get my revenge.
GC, I'm not fucking around. They shoot the tornado with fireworks because they want to fight and kill the tornado.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. The tornado like roars at them like an animal and stuff and throws cars at them. I'm really down for it.
This is my version of the Punisher searching for a cure for COVID, just with tornadoes. This is just the Punisher, like at a shooting range, and people are going, "What are you doing?" Finding a cure. And he's just like
God.
threatening a petri dish.
when you brought that banger, I was laughing so hard. I cried.
For context, viewers, we played Marvel Rivals together, and Jake and GC were going nuts, fucking saying Punisher lines like, what is it? If the Punisher like what is it? COVID killed his family,
and like he wants to avenge his family, so he's gonna fight COVID until it's dead.
I'll put a stop to this disease the only way I know how, with violence.
But yeah, I can definitely recommend Twister, and soon I will let you know if I can recommend Twisters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Excellent.
I really liked the Alien Romulus as well. I think it was fun.
They used AI though, which sucks.
That sucks brother. But the it made us rewatch
Prometheus.
Do
you guys like that movie?
So, what? Huh?
I was gonna be like, I was yes-anding of like, you guys like Prometheus?
So, okay, Cullen, do you believe in ancient aliens?
I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know.
This is my cue. It is absolutely not possible, but I know everything about it.
So can you explain Prometheus and why this is about Leviticus and the death of Christ?
So Jesus is canon, okay?
Yeah.
In the Prometheus universe, Jesus is in fact canon. And so I've learned now that Prometheus is all about two opposites. One is, you know, the story of Prometheus, how he like made humanity but had to suffer for it, right? So he made a great sacrifice to create life. That is considered very wise, very, very good guy. And then you have the little alien. You know what the alien does? The alien is very selfish, sacrifices nothing, but only wants to preserve itself. So we have the story in Prometheus with these weird, what are they called? The Prometheans? I don't know what to call them.
Oh, the engineers.
But, yeah, the engineers, exactly. Thank you.
God. GC, did you watch Prometheus?
No, I just I do this thing with things I'm too scared to like watch, where I will look up the wiki and like read about it and learn about it that way.
Honey, that shit ain't scary. Don't worry about it. Prometheus is just silly. But anyways, like the engineers, they made humanity, you know, and at some point they were like, you know what? We want to get rid of humanity because we deem it bad now. So they created this like pathogen that would create the alien, the xenomorph later on. And we were wondering, what did humanity do that was so bad? Huh.
Because Prometheus mentions that what is like 1,000 years ago, the engineers decided humanity was no longer worth saving or preserving. And if you subtracted 1,000 years from the date Prometheus takes place, it's the day that Christ was crucified.
Meaning that Jesus Christ was in fact an engineer sent down to interact with the humans, but the humans were not worth it and preferred their own violent ways. So now they created a pathogen to make xenomorphs to eradicate humanity.
That goes kind of hard. I'm sorry.
It does, right?
That goes okay. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I was like, "Are you gonna tell me this is a bad thing?" I really hope not. That goes crazy.
Cool. And I'm like, why does everyone hate Prometheus? Most people hate it because there is not a lot of xenomorph action, which is fine. Well, suit yourself. Go watch another movie. But when I learned this, I was like, wait a second. And this goes really deep. This goes like into like really like ancient alien stuff, because eventually like you consider that Alien versus Predator is also canon, right? It's not canon anymore? Because like even that already had these like ancient alien ideas of like the aliens being in the pyramid and shit like that. That's crazy. So what they show in Prometheus is that the story follows like this couple that checks out these what is it called? The cave paintings, right? Yeah. And all these ancient civilizations had interacted with the engineers. So that's all ancient aliens ideas. Like we say, oh, look, the Egyptians interacted with the aliens, right? It's like absolute. It's so cool to put it into this movie. It's so fun, I think. And I really, really appreciate Prometheus for this, actually.
Cool.
I should watch Prometheus. That sounds sick.
You should. And like bear all of this in mind. And after you watched it, it's even more fun to read people's like theories and things they saw about it, because they will like recite Bible verses that straight up fit exactly what's happening. It's so interesting.
Cool. I like
You can
that.
explain this without spoiling this. Now Cullen wants to watch it, and that's exciting.
Yes.
I'll see if I can fit it in. But no, it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. And it's like all about creators creating, why we create, and why humanity wants to find out who created them, things like that. Very interesting. On another note, on my way to America, in fact, I watched Godzilla versus King Kong, and
The first
that
one?
I believe so. It's of the new Titan universe, right? I've been introduced to a lot of things. I did not know that Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, had what we call nomenclature, which is also called the long ago below, the Earth's core, or also fucking Hollow Earth, baby. Hollow Earth is where King Kong is from now. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Okay,
That is crazy.
So you didn't see Godzilla X Kong. You saw Godzilla versus Kong.
It's called Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Okay, so you saw the new one. All right.
It was I mean, there's a lot I hate, but the fact that they make Hollow Earth a thing is hilarious. I think that is so fucking funny.
Yeah, you should watch the movie before it. You should watch Godzilla versus Kong or Godzilla King of the Monsters, because that one also has the Hollow Earth stuff in it too.
Yeah. I did watch King of the Monsters on the airplane too, and I really enjoyed it actually because of all this weird Hollow Earth stuff. Like, what it is amazing that they were like, okay, we're gonna put all these kaiju together and also throw Kong in there, and we're just gonna make like Hollow Earth a real concept, but we take all the, all the German shit out.
Oh.
Anyways, I can recommend it. It was fun for what it is. It's just every
it's a
new
monster fight movie.
Huh?
I was like, it's a monster movie. It's
Yeah, but it's a monster movie with a lot of weird shit.
It's not just a monster movie, it's a Godzilla movie, which means I'm a low-key big Godzilla fan. I've watched everything from the original Godzilla up to, I think the last movie that I watched was I think it was Godzilla versus Biollante or Godzilla versus Mecha King Ghidorah, or the one that Mecha King Ghidorah is in. King Ghidorah. I don't remember. But Godzilla movies are more about the humans that are in the Godzilla movies than it is about the monsters fighting themselves. About the monsters themselves, unless you're watching Western Godzilla movies, which is still trying to do the human element, but is really, really, really excited to do monster fights.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I want them to fight.
But I would say the Western Godzilla movies still do a pretty decent job of having like a human element there, even if a lot of it is there just to be like, I don't want to say lip service, but just like sort of it's there to fill in the gaps between the monster fights, less so than it is the focus of the movie.
Definitely. I agree.
I gotta watch more monster movies.
We could watch all the Godzilla movies if you want. Like I'll literally do that. Like I fucking love them. You can like the original Godzilla is really good.
Though.
You'll like the old ones. Like they're bad Godzilla movies are still really goofy and fun. The only ones that kind of suck are, at some point, the Godzilla movies go into a period of time where the creator of Godzilla kind of like regrets making the original, and he tries to turn Godzilla into a family-friendly franchise. So he starts to make Godzilla like a daytime television special hero. And he gives Godzilla like a baby sidekick.
What? I remember.
Like not baby Godzilla, Minila.
Minila.
Wait, it's a different. There's two.
There's a lot of them. There's Kid Godzilla. There's Godzilla Jr. There's Minila. Like he goes through a couple of kids.
Damn, Godzilla fucks.
Just to bring this up, like Godzilla is literally like the consequences of our radioactive actions, and you want to make this daytime kid friendly? That's crazy.
He straight up like I don't know. I remember reading something or being told because a friend of mine is the one that introduced me to Godzilla like full on, because I was always a fan, but like I'd never like gotten around to watching the movies, but we watched them together. And she was like, I think she was the one that told me that basically he felt like the popularity of Godzilla, he thought Godzilla was too scary. And he thought the panic that it induced was too much. So he tries to retroactively make Godzilla less scary by making subsequent Godzilla movies for kids instead.
Coward.
Yeah. But Godzilla movies are actually, I really like Godzilla movies. Some of them are really good. There's one where he fights a monster that's literally pollution, and I think it's Hedorah. He fights Hedorah. The Hedorah movie is really good.
I would really love to watch some. I haven't seen many, only the modern ones.
We could watch Godzilla movies. I would love to.
Monster Night. Monster Night.
Monster Night sounds fun. I'd be down.
The boys are bonding.
The boys are being monsters.
Yes. But yeah, I think that's been all of our weeks.
I don't think if I did anything else.
What have we been?
King Heart.
Yeah, what have we been playing?
I can't talk about it.
Oh yeah, you can't talk about what you've been playing.
Yeah, I can talk about nothing until like maybe next podcast, and by that point, I don't even know if I'll still want to talk about it.
Oh no!
I know.
Well, I played Monster Hunter Wilds today, and I can talk about it.
Okay,
go for it.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fought the big electric dragon in the like gameplay footage thing. Didn't die once. The writing thing is kind of cool but janky. They simplified things even more. It's fine.
What rank were you playing on?
Normal.
Was it a normal rank? Okay.
Yeah. I played a good I played a specific segment of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping that normal is like easy and quick to get through, and they just, what I'm hoping is that Monster Hunter Wilds sort of speeds you through the normal rank stuff and like pushes you to get to like G rank. I don't even know if G rank is in the game, but like it pushes you to get to the higher rank stuff, because my biggest complaint with Monster Hunter, and this is not like a complaint so much as like I wish this was different sort of thing, is that it takes too long to get to the part of the game that is, at least with modern Monster Hunter, not just fun, but like compelling. Because like monster move sets, like the difficulty of monster fights in normal rank for like modern Monster Hunter, in my opinion, is way too easy. Not like, I don't know, like, okay, for me, it's too easy.
I agree, actually. Like, I was literally asked if I had like carted, if I like any during my time playing the game, right? And I was like, no, I didn't cart at all. And they were really surprised for some reason.
Yeah.
But like, I think Worlds, like the only time I had a fucking awful time was fighting the T-Rex. That's because the T-Rex is a fucking hell on earth. Like, I hate the T-Rex. But I agree, new Monster Hunter is like really, really easy. But I will say they made one quality of life improvement that makes this game fantastic.
Only one?
You can skip cutscenes.
Let's go. Oh, the Rise already did that.
Awesome.
Oh, Rise already did it?
Yeah.
Rise was a blur. I beat that game in like 2 sittings. Jake saw me. Okay, so I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit and talk about things that happen during review cycles sometimes. For example, if you get a multiplayer game, sometimes you have the ability to connect with other people who are also playing the game. I was a fucking idiot and didn't read an email, and while reviewing a specific game, didn't realize that a communications channel had been set up to party up with other people.
So make it easier and more fun.
Yes. So I end up playing a game by myself for 40 plus hours, minimum item level gear.
Keep in mind, a game that is designed to be multiplayer.
Yes. Yeah. I fought the Magnamalo by myself with 2 gear pieces.
Owie. That's
only took a few hours.
Oof.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Magnamalo is that's a good monster though.
It's very
Love
cute.
that baby.
Has beans.
Big baby.
But yeah, like, here's hoping it has the pace to basically railroad people straight into the more difficult stuff, and like to the point where they're like working with what are they called, charms, and optimizing their armor sets and their weapon sets, and knowing their combos, and fighting monsters that actually give a damn about trying to kill you and stuff
As
like
much
that.
as I love Rise, like I am one of Rise's like biggest defenders. That is like probably my biggest issue with Rise, is that it takes way too long for you to get to the really good shit.
Yes. No, I totally agree.
That's literally why I stopped, because like other people just had more time to get higher hunter rank faster than me, and like I just really like I couldn't keep up, so I just had to stop playing, which was a shame because
Yeah.
I really, really love Rise.
That kind of happened to me too.
Aw, man.
And like by the time I got to Sunbreak and I was actually playing with people, I was like, oh, I'm kind of burnt out on this now.
Yeah.
I also think they should change their like mission design. Like I think normal rank quests shouldn't be as populated. I think normal rank quests should be more focused on like the story missions and stuff like that. And I think they should get rid of like, I don't know if Monster Hunter did this. I'm kind of like, a lot of monster hunting genre games sort of end up like mixing together in my brain. But like, does Monster Hunter do the thing where your story mission is locked behind you doing like 3 non-essential missions before doing like the next one?
Depends on the Monster Hunter game.
Okay. If they're still doing that, I want them to get rid of that. I want them to like stop. I don't want to carry, like, I don't want to do missions to unlock new features in my camp. I don't want to do missions I don't want to carry eggs anymore, at least not in normal rank. Like, I want normal rank to be shorter and to essentially be an onboarding process.
Like a fancy tutorial.
Like a very fancy tutorial, but also like, go ahead and introduce all the monsters in normal rank. That's fine. Give me all the monster, or like a good amount of the monsters in normal rank or whatever. Go ahead and have features unlock as you play through normal rank, but don't give me 20 missions in rank 1 or 10 missions in rank 2, or give me all these optional things I can do, because I'm gonna fucking do them is my problem. Is that I can't not do every mission that's on the board, because I feel like they're there for a reason, so that you do them. And like in previous Monster Hunters, those missions made sense, because in previous Monster Hunters, you had to go out on missions in order to do gathering for items.
You don't do that anymore.
No, you don't do it anymore, because you have expeditions, and also like you get plenty on the crucial missions that you do. Like, and you they've also buffed like there's always like a station that you can do to like generate more items for stuff. Like, I don't ever need to go hunting for thunderbugs. I produce thunderbugs at my base after every mission. Like, I don't need to do that for mega potions anymore, because I do that at my base, or I have the regions that I collect from like just doing regular story missions, like, or going on an expedition. Just really, really whittled down the fluff. Just like, give me
they streamlined it too much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. They just streamlined all of it way too much. Like, I think it was World was already kind of like, oh, these are some neat quality of life adjustments. I understand why people want these. And then we started getting rid of like things like the hot and cold drinks. I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point of living?
Yeah, they should bring those back. If they got rid of them, bring those back, but get rid of like the 20 missions per rank, and like streamline it where it needs to be streamlined. Don't take away mechanics to streamline things.
I mean, I think we're already past that. I think you've got a bit of a like quote unquote problem, because I actually don't think it's too much of an issue. I like that I don't have to think about like stuff like that. But like, I get where you're coming from. But like, I'm thinking of people even more casual than myself. Like, oh, you're adding all this extra stuff. I don't like this.
But like, Monster Hunter's appeal is that it's like that.
Yes.
Like that's
And
why
it
people were interested in Monster Hunter in the first place, is because it had
Yeah.
like those elements. Like that's why Worlds did so well, because
Yeah.
Worlds still had all those things but made it accessible to everybody or to more people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I feel like if they keep sanding things down and removing things, it's not going to be Monster Hunter anymore. It'll be Monster Hunter in name, but not in feeling.
In feeling, it'll just be monster.
It'll feel equivalent to other monster hunting games in the genre, and that's the last thing Monster Hunter needs or would or should want, because
Yes.
a big thing about Monster Hunter, the franchise, is that you cannot get that experience from other monster hunting games. God Eater fucking sucks. Sorry, everybody who likes God Eater. Tokiden is one of my favorite monster hunting games, but the game feel doesn't come close to Monster Hunter. And I haven't played Wild Hearts. I think that's what it's called, right?
It's so good.
Wild Hearts is really fun,
I want to
but
grab it.
there just weren't enough monsters eventually.
And so the thing with Wild Hearts is they planned on doing post-release updates,
Yeah,
but the game did so poorly they canned like half of that.
which
Oh,
really sucks
jeez.
because
Yeah.
it's so much fun. You can like build your own base so well in your little house, and the characters are sweet. The monsters are cool.
Each weapon has its own unique mechanic. Like, for example, I use like the Kritsugama.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
what they were
I
called.
use like some sort of like claw and chain, and it allows me to like basically like grapple the monsters. You can use the trick parasol
Oh
to
yes, the
parry.
parasol.
They have really weird weapon combinations.
You can also hang fish to dry and then grill them.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of like weird Monster Hunter obtuseness there on top of a building mechanic.
Yes.
Which is like as an I am on the field, I am building a spring for myself so I can jump and get
Oh,
out
I
of the
like
way of a
that.
monster
And do
attack.
different combos, and you could even build like, remember you could build these towers that would like either throw a net on the monster or try to paralyze it and stuff.
Yes.
Or the harpoon, and oh
Yes.
my god, it was so much fun.
But it didn't do well. So
God, that's a shame. Who
Yep.
made that?
Koei Tecmo, I think.
Yep.
Oh,
But like they're the ones that made Tokiden, right? So like, hey,
yeah.
like they're actually, because Tokiden 2 was ahead of its time because Monster Hunter stole a bunch of shit from that game. But anyway, I actually saw that Wild Hearts was on sale not too long ago for like really cheap. I think it was like $20 recently. So I'm hoping it'll go on sale again, or if it's still on sale, I'm probably gonna grab it because I really want to play that one, and I want to support Koei Tecmo when they make monster hunting games, because I think they're onto something, at least with Tokiden and in this case Wild Hearts as well.
I think you'll like it, and if you need anyone to play with, I'm sure we'll find the time.
yeah,
I got you.
Oh my
I'd
god,
wanna play.
Oh, you want to play too?
Nice.
Yeah.
We have a
Hell
group.
yeah, okay.
I just also want to wait for a sale because I heard that PC port was kind of.
So I didn't review it on PC. I wrote guides for it, and it was like it's fine. I think the patches made it better, but I don't know because I haven't played Wild Heart since I wrote a guide on how to kill every single fucking monster in that game for Polygon.
It was awesome.
Oy, oy, oy. And
Yeah.
oh no, it's gone. And PC games are like, gaming on PC is like, PC configurations are literally in the billions, so it might run really good on one person's system and then not run well on another person's system. So
Yeah.
it's really
It
hard
worked
to gauge.
surprisingly well on mine.
Yeah, that was nutty.
It was nutty.
Yeah.
And so much fun. Oh my god.
But
This
yeah.
game was really good.
Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm actually really excited for it. Slowly.
For Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, you know? Like
Really
I'm
excited.
gonna play like 100 hours of it.
God, I
So-
can't wait.
I'm really excited to pull out my hunting horn and give everyone buffs, and then pull out my
Oh my
actual
God.
weapon.
Horn
And
me
it's-
up.
And it's gonna be a hammer, and people are gonna go, "Isn't that a little redundant?" And I'm gonna go, "Shut up."
I'm really excited to finally be able to like not have to pick between like ranged and like an actual weapon. So I'm going hardcore like bow, like maybe longsword or something. It's kind of boring,
Ooh.
I know, but
No,
like
no,
I
that's
don't think it's
cool.
boring.
knowing that I get to actually like, because apparently all the changes they've made to like the range weapons are like really cool. So I'm really excited to be able to switch between bow and like anything else, because bow's always been that weapon where it's like, I want to use this, but it's just not viable all the time. So I'm hoping that this change to letting you like have multiple weapons is set up in a way that encourages them to design for like really interesting enemies that would require it more often.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot you can do here, and I really want them to like lean all the way in.
Yeah, so like what I did for the demo is I used dual blades because I'm that kind of person. But because I also played Hunting Horn and Rise, Hunting Horn was my secondary weapon. So I'd whip out the Hunting Horn, buff myself, switch back to my dual blades, and just rinse and repeat. And I took down monsters pretty quickly that way, but it was a lot of fun doing that, admittedly. And the way the environment naturally changes as you're exploring, like with thunderstorms and stuff. Very cool. Hope the T-Rex doesn't come back. Fuck the T-Rex. All my homies hate the T-Rex.
I love the T-Rex so much. I think he's adorable.
Would you rather fight a T-Rex or a Zenogre?
Zenogre, hands down.
Okay.
Yeah, Zenogre is fucking cakewalk. Fuck the T-Rex. I fucking
Kazu
hate.
just has unreasonable hate for the T-Rex. I think he's adorable.
I think the T-Rex is okay.
The T-Rex almost gave me carpal tunnel.
All right,
So
that's your battle. That's not
yeah,
mine.
it is. It is my battle. Did you I don't know if you guys saw this. It was only in Japanese, but there was a poll for the least popular monsters in Monster Hunter World. Number 1 was the brute T-Rex.
What?
And the second one was the normal T-Rex.
Wait, why is there so
Not
much
even
hate? Did I
Kazu?
miss something?
It's a very aggressive monster, and it does not give you many windows of opportunity to attack it.
Well, maybe people need to just get better.
No, it's a really hard fight. It's a really hard fight to a point where a lot of people go, I don't know about this one.
I'm like, if it's a hard fight, I can get very exhausted too, but like I love the design, so I can really excuse a lot of bullshit. Like it's so cute. I don't know, man. I think I love the T-Rex. I will never hate the T-Rex.
That thing's hitbox in Worlds goes under the ground. So when you are like slightly below it thinking you're safe, it will fucking kill you. I hate this thing so much.
Silly. It's kind of silly with it. You're not really selling it. I mean, you're selling the T-Rex too well. I love the T-Rex now.
Cullen assigned T-Rex.
You can't just assign me the silly monster.
Because you are
Besides,
silly.
I'm a Rathalos guy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's basic, but like I honestly no, I'm more of a Rathian guy. Rathian was the first monster I ever like started grinding in like 3 back on DS.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the thing that made me get Monster Hunter, like doing those like fights again and again and again and again, and then being like, oh, wait a second. Oh, I get it now. Whoa, you're supposed to just like grind these. You're not supposed to just run through it all. And it just, ever since then, I've loved grinding for Rathian armor.
I love that.
That's a cute story.
Yeah, it was kind of cringe, but whatever.
No, I think it's really cute, actually.
I'm a big Lagiacrus and Tetsukabra fan.
Ooh, Tetsu's good.
Tetsukabra is a really fun monster to fight, and I really like its design. And the Lagiacrus, shout out to all of my Monster Hunter 3 homies out there. They'll never bring swimming back in a combat mode.
Nope.
I'm so sorry. We're going to have to fight Lagiacrus on land.
Yeah, I saw that they have like a short swimming section in one of the trailers, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're just teasing us now?
I know. It's like, oh, you can go swimming, but there's no combat in the water. It's like, oh, okay.
Then why am I here?
Yeah.
I see combat.
My friend made a good point. He was like, all they have to do is bring back, because I think it's the Ivory Lagiacrus.
Mm-hmm.
Its whole like AI is more tuned to fight you on land than it is to fight you in the water. So all they have to do if they bring back Lagiacrus is to just give it that behavior, and then you have a Lagiacrus fight in your Monster Hunter game. Like you can bring that monster back just fine that way. So
the children yearn for Lagiacrus.
I love that monster so much.
What kind of monster are you, Mr. Mr. Artist?
I don't know. I think I'm like, what's he called? The guy with the too many claws.
The Nergigante?
No. He doesn't have too many claws.
He has just the
The
right amount.
the fleshy guy with too many claws.
Oh,
that makes you bleed
oh
from
my-
Worlds.
Oh,
my
the,
God.
The
It's like the red Odo Garen.
Odo Garen, thank you. I'm a big Odo Garen fan.
Oh wait, I want to change my answer.
Yes.
What's the either 4 or 4 Ultimate? It had that like cool dark dragon. What's that one?
the
There are
Gormagala.
many dark
Gore
dragons.
Magala is actually my guy.
Oh my God, that's a bold
nice.
choice.
I love Gore Magala. I've always loved Gore Magala. When I saw Gore Magala, I said, if you have one fan on Earth, Gore Magala, it is me.
Nice.
I stand Gore Magala for life. Those armor sets go crazy too.
They do. I'm like Odo Garen fan. I'm like, I love this. I love its sound, like the way it screams sounds so fucked up. It's like hanging out and all that rotten meat and shit, and it makes you bleed, and I love that. And it's also super aggressive. Man, I love
God,
it.
we should
Such a
play
wild
Monster
thing.
Hunter.
We should.
Yeah, let's play together, guys. I would love
It's
to.
it's 4
I need
player,
to get through
right?
Sunbreak if you guys want to help.
Oh my God, please, that would be great. Because I actually need to grind through. Wait, do you have it on PC or Switch?
PC.
I need to get through. I need to get through on PC, so that'd be fantastic.
I need to get through all of it on PC. Then I have to get it for PC.
No, you don't. Steam Family Share.
Oh yippee!
You definitely have more than enough copies to go around.
Yes.
You
Yes.
might need like one more max.
Let's
but-
play together, please.
Sure.
Although, next week, GC and I are gonna play Gundam Monster Hunter, so
Oh,
yeah,
it might
shit.
be
It's
a
true. Gundam
bit
Breaker comes out.
busy. And by next week, I mean this week. If you're listening to the podcast on a Tuesday,
Yeah. I'm really eager to see what you guys have to say about it because you guys seemed really, really excited for it.
Which
I'll be
game?
honest.
Gundam Breaker.
Based off of our play session, I don't think any of us will have like a cognizant thought the entire time. We just like kind of reacted on instinct. It was really funny. All of us went silent and we just fucking like when we like spoke again, like all the missions were done.
I'll be honest. Gundam from the network test, like I'm really excited to play it. I really like it, but this is 100% one of those games where I'm like, this is gonna score a 6. This is gonna score a 5, 6, or 7 out of 10, depending on what outlet reviews it or who reviews it, and it's gonna be like a affectionate score to give it, where it's like this is mid. But this is really fun, and it's like you should play this because it is fun to play, and it is like very enjoyable with friends. I don't think Gundam Breaker 4 is going to be like a serious contender for the genre, but I think it is a novel concept, and I am going to enjoy smashing my action figures together.
I can't
quick
wait
question.
to build my Gunpla.
Can you make the Tallgeese Mark II?
Probably.
Ooh.
It has like 250 different suits in it.
And they plan on adding more after release.
Okay, if the Tallgeese is in it, please let me know.
I got you.
will.
Because
But,
I only
we're-
played the Tallgeese in Maxi Boost. Uh-oh.
Where well, and the great thing is like again, it's 250 suits, but they're all like the parts of the suit. So you combine to make your own like Gunpla based off of these like every Gunpla like ever released more or less.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but like so you're mixing and matching like parts
You
and
kit
stuff.
bash
It's
them.
really cool.
Mhm.
You kit bash them. I for another thing I did between episodes is I did my late birthday party, and what I did for that was I got like a bunch of friends over to build Gunpla, and a lot of them had never like touched a model kit before. I brought up the idea of kit bashing, and they were like, "That sounds kind of sexual," and I'm like, "It kind of does, it's a little."
Bash with the Tango egg.
Oh my God, be quiet. Sorry. Jake just said something obscene.
I heard that.
I didn't.
It looked really cool.
It would look pretty sweet.
No, it was awesome. It made like a huge cannon. Like it was amazing.
Oh my God.
It was not usable that way anymore. It was literally just a model. It was beautiful.
Fun fact, Cullen, if you want a kit bash, but you don't want to go through the trouble of finding like what Gunpla sets you can kit bash with, they actually released Gundam Breaker Gunpla models that are designed to be kit bashed together. You can build it as is. Yeah, so you can build them as is, but you can also mix and match them just like you would in Gundam Breaker. It's actually really cool. I was thinking of getting a couple of those kits once I'm done moving.
I've kind of been back in like a model kit mood lately. I got a bit of a backlog now, and I'm really excited to get to it. And we are going to be playing Gundam Breaker fucking next week. I'm so fucking stoked because I've been craving a multiplayer game for ages.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to play it, but I saw so much stuff regarding like the use of AI for certain things, and I got very sad, and then I didn't play it.
No, you're thinking Mecha Break, babe.
Oh, I'm thinking Mecha Break.
No. Gundam Breaker is just Monster Hunter Gundam.
Thank you. I'm so confused. Then I would really like to play this.
I wish they still had like a demo you could download, but the network test is pretty good.
Oh, okay. And when does it release?
Next week.
Oh.
The 29th?
9th? Yeah.
Kazuma keeps pulling up pictures of wombats.
I'm sorry, they're
and
so
then he's like
cute.
waiting for me to react, and I'm like, we're literally recording a podcast. What do you want me to say?
We're literally podcasting, Kazuma.
They're so cute.
You can't be looking at wombat pics all the time, you freak.
You're too wommed in.
I'm wombat maxing.
Wombat maxing. Wombaxing.
You gotta womb min.
Okay, I'm womb-minning. I put my phone away.
Wombats aren't even real anymore. Throw that away.
Okay.
Throw the computer away. It has too much wombat in it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I almost said, isn't Crash Bandicoot a wombat?
I mean,
isn't he
a bandicoot? Yes.
A bandicoot? Oh my god, I was about to say something so fucking stupid. Thank God you said a bandicoot.
I'm glad we had the same fucking rake we stepped onto.
I literally was about to say, isn't he like, because I was like thinking, I was like, wait, he has like a tech where he swirls around, and I'm like, he has to be a Tasmanian devil, right? And then you just like said a bandicoot, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
See, I was gonna be like, is he a marsupial? And he in fact is. That's like a scientific term for that entire species.
Ratchet's the wombat.
Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet of Ratchet and Clank fame is a wombat.
That does not look like a wombat.
Oh wait, no, they call them lombaxes. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an alien.
Bandicoots are marsupial omnivores.
I don't know why I was just like, he's a marsupial.
That means they got pouches, right?
Yeah.
Every marsupial got a pouch.
You could make an argument that a lombax is like a humanized version of a wombat. They're kind of similar.
Okay.
I'm looking at pictures of wombats. They're really cool.
They're really cute, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, that.
JC, look up a picture of a wombat.
They get like, they're really fast, and when they jump around, they get zoomies. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
You better keep this in, GC. This is like,
oh my god.
This is the content people want.
Yeah, guys, look at wombats. Look up wombat videos. There's like a specific island where the wombats are super fluffy. They're the cutest ones. Let me look it up for y'all.
I like it because they're like tiny little bears.
Are they dangerous?
No, they're not at all.
I'm looking at an article, and the headline reads, "The most common wombat is also the least understood."
That's so fucking sad.
Tag yourself, chat, if that's you.
Leave a comment on the video and be like, I am the most common wombat.
Hello, I am he.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Australia, if you want to look at extra cute wombats, check out Maria Island. They're like extra fluffy.
Oh my god, that's him.
That's him.
Maria.
Sorry,
they're a tripping hazard for tourists.
Oh, they trip on them. No.
I just need you guys to know that we send each other. Well, okay, so Jake got really into wombats, so he made like WhatsApp wombat stickers, and they're so funny. They're just like, yeah,
they're real life Ewoks.
This is the the Wombat cast now, so
I mean, I can look up some facts about wombats.
No, we're not going to talk about wombats for the next like 30 minutes. I'm going to talk about Dragon Age Inquisition instead.
Oh my god. Okay, so how's the egg doing?
Disgusting.
So here's the thing. When I started Dragon Age Inquisition again, I expected two things to happen. One, I expected the beginning to be very slow and meandering.
Oh, it's fast.
It is fast if you decide to do it, which I forgot to do, and I was like, oh my god, this beginning is so slow, whatever. And then finally you get to minor Dragon Age Inquisition spoilers, nothing huge, nothing major. The base that you start out in is not the base that you keep. After a couple of story missions, or quests, you will go to a second location for your base, and that is when the game actually begins. That is when the game actually starts, and you can go do whatever you want, and you can go to areas where it makes sense for you to go, because the start of the game, the starting areas are actually kind of difficult. You're not supposed to do everything in the starting areas and then go on and like leave it behind once you're done. You're supposed to come back to those areas when you get stronger. The game doesn't do a good job telegraphing that. In my opinion, it doesn't do enough of a job to like make that clear to the player. But anyway, I expected it to be slow, and I expected to hate Solus. I kind of like Solus so far.
Is this problematic? I don't know.
This is the end of the podcast.
Oh,
this
no.
is it. I'm out.
Okay.
Here's the problem. Solus so far is just very like he knows a lot about like the magic of things and like the Fade, and the Fade is like the magical component to the world of Dragon Age Inquisition. So, excuse me, to the world of Dragon Age Inquisition. He's actually like really gung-ho about like autonomy and understanding people and stuff like that. He has like a mean streak to him, but it's always against people who want to like oppress other people.
Are you playing an elf?
I am not.
Go back and play an elf and tell me what you think about Solus.
I know, like he'll probably like turn out to be like an elf supremacist, and I think he's still that, but he's a much more complex character than I remember.
Honestly, that's how I feel about revisiting Dragon Age in general, because I feel like characters in modern media get sanded down to just sort of like specific archetypes.
Yes.
Like with Baldur's Gate, like 3, I really felt that. There's like a horny vampire with white hair. Here's the sad half elven girl with black hair. Here's a sad red buff woman. A white guy who fucked around and found out. And then there's Will, who nobody cares about.
Some people miss recruiting him.
I didn't miss recruiting him. In fact, oh my god. So my thing with Will was that I was dating Gale, but then for some reason my game glitched out and thought I was dating Will, and the boys were fighting, and it was very awkward.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, the characters in Dragon Age like actually have like quite a lot of depth to them. Like even if I don't like Iron Bull, I'm like, I will still become friends with this man and get to know him because he is an interesting character, even if he is not for me.
I refuse to interact with him.
Jake does not like Iron Bull.
A lot of the characters have sort of like thrown me for a loop, because like I didn't like Sarah when I played Dragon Age Inquisition, and now I kind of dig Sarah because she's literally all about eating the rich, but she's not like, she's also kind of selfish. So like there's a nice like nuance there where it's like she works and does things, like she's essentially an activist in the world of Dragon Age. She's the equivalent of an activist, but she also has like selfish reasons for doing it, and a lot of the reasons she does it is because she gets a thrill out of it, and like she likes the conflict. And that's interesting. Iron Bull is this is not spoiler stuff. This is how he introduces himself. He is a spy for the Kunari, but he runs a mercenary group as his front. And it's so good. Yeah, and like he has like there's like conflict between like who he is and what he does, and like the second life that he leads, and there's like a nice build up of like, there's just like an internal conflict with him that's really, really cool. Knowing about Blackwall while you're playing. Like, playing this game a second time makes Blackwall an interesting character because everything he says has a double meaning to it. And like you interpret what he's saying differently, knowing about Blackwall. And I kind of get something like that out of every character, minus like Varric, who most of his like character arc stuff happened in Dragon Age 2. So he's more of like a complete character, and he's more of just like I don't want to say he's fan service, but he's a callback character.
Yeah.
And so
thinking about it, I actually think Dorian is like the least interesting of the characters because he's literally just your gay best friend.
So let's get into that.
I do not. Okay, so like I romanced Dorian and I was like, I guess this is what I'm gonna get. And I broke up with him to date Josephine.
So I agree with you that Dorian is one of the least interesting characters. Here's why I think that. Dorian and Vivian are the least interesting characters to me now. And the reason they are the least interesting characters is that both of these characters are here to be centrists.
And they're also the only two people of color.
They are the only two people of color. One of them is LGBTQ. And they, like, literally, Dorian goes, the exact words out of his mouth, and it's not something you can challenge. It's not something the game, like, gives you an option to be like, okay, you're full of shit, or like, really challenge him on. He goes, I don't own slaves. My family did. And...
Sorry, Jake just, like, snorted.
and Vivian is a black character, basically goes, oh, well, you know, not all cops are bastards. And it makes me go, and like, to be clear, like, there are, for lack of nuance, because I don't have the words to explain it off the cuff, there are black conservatives out there who love the police. But like, as a writer, if I'm designing a character who is going to excuse the actions of the in-world police force. They are the state police. That's basically what the Templars are in Dragon Age. They are the state police. If I'm going to write a character that excuses the state police, I am not going to make a character a mage in Dragon Age, because the mage in Dragon Age is representative of marginalized groups who are often the targets of the state police.
Yes.
To make that character a mage already, metaphorically, allegorically, whatever you want to say, is a bad idea. But then to make that character a person of color is making
black woman, no doubt.
A black woman, no less, is making you are trying to make a statement with that decision. I feel like that is that leaves a poor taste in my mouth, in my opinion. And then to make the gay person of color, number one, a slave owner, and number two, his entire like companion quest is about him being gay. Like, it is, the game is obsessed with reminding you that Dorian is gay. When he's introduced, there's like, it's like calling like someone who writes a murderer's name in their own blood a hint, you know, like it's so obvious, and it's like it beats you over the head with the fact that he's gay when you meet him. The next time you see him, it's about him being gay. His companion quest is about him being gay. And to be fair, like, when I played Dragon Age Inquisition, I thought, like, the first time I played it, or how I remembered it is I don't remember it being that obvious until Dorian, like, tells you for the companion quest. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, it's sort of like a twist because he's also, like, very anti the place he's from. So, and I can kind of relate to him on that level, where it's like his thing is basically, he comes from a place where they own slaves. He comes from a place where everything's fucked, basically. Like, it's an oligarchy or whatever. And it's like nothing ever gets done. Everyone's, like, obsessed with patriotism. You can't criticize the way things are without being made a pariah, right? And that, you know, resonates with me as an American in some ways. And so I thought, okay, the first time I played it, all I got from him was that. And then when he was like, oh no, my dad doesn't hate me because I don't agree with his like political views or whatever. He hates me because I'm gay. And I was like, oh, okay, this is sort of heavy-handed, but like maybe the companion quest is interesting. The second time I played this, his fucking companion quest, like, again, the game really pushes you. It's super weird. It's framed the wrong way because you're supposed to sort of like help him reconcile with his father, who's really apologetic about what he's done. But like, why would he want to reconcile with his father
who owns slaves
and is like, and like tried to like convert him? You know what I mean? Like that was like a whole thing. He tried to do
conversion therapy with blood magic, right?
Yeah, he tried to like, he tried to do conversion therapy with blood magic, and it's like,
what's going on in this game?
He's like, listen, my dad was just raised in a different time, you know, you can forgive him.
And like, it's so weird, and the game has like, there's like 1,000 different options, and ultimately I chose to do the reconciliation because I felt like, I was like, okay, but I felt like it was going to end that way regardless. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on because like the game doesn't make it obvious that he doesn't like his dad. Like there's like this heart-wrenching, or supposed to be heart-wrenching moment where he's like expressing himself to his dad and why he's upset and stuff like that. But the game throws it all on you at in 2 seconds, and there's no time for it to marinate. There's no time for you to like really understand why Dorian doesn't get along with his father. It just kind of throws you into that moment, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't do what they were trying to do, which was like teach cishet white men to like have like a frame of reference or like gain perspective. Like that was the intent, but it doesn't like achieve that at all. But yeah, like those are the two characters that like really in this playthrough have really like set me off and like really bother me. Playing through Inquisition, it's so much more obvious now, like the shift that BioWare went through writing these games. Dragon Age Origins has Christian imagery in it, but it's not necessarily about Christianity. Dragon Age Inquisition is about Christianity. Dragon Age Inquisition is using Christian imagery, and it makes your character Jesus Christ.
Just like Mass Effect.
Just like Mass Effect, which I feel is a bit of a letdown because we already had the Jesus Christ metaphor in Mass Effect. So it feels kind of weird for them to bring it into Inquisition and make that like a whole plot point. I felt that was a bit redundant, especially because both of those games were like Mass Effect 3 and Inquisition came out one after the other. Anyway, it is really interesting to play a game where, so I'm playing the game as an atheist because the game allows you to play the game as an atheist. Which is another thing about Dragon Age Inquisition where like it really, for a game that really doesn't want to say anything about politics, it really wants you to have an opinion about politics, and it doesn't want to say anything itself unless it's talking about Christianity and like, you know, trying to push you into this idea that like Christianity is good and useful. Because if you play as an atheist character, the legend of the Jesus metaphor happens to you whether you want it or not. So people will ask you, is like, were you really sent by the maker? Were you really sent here by God? And you can go, no, I'm just a regular guy. What happened was complete coincidence.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. There's no divine
How big
providence.
is my dick? Small.
Leave me be.
And people go, and your companions will tell you, oh, but you know, even if you believe that, if you don't believe that the maker sent you here, like they're not going to believe that. They're going to think that you were sent here by the maker because they believe in that stuff. And that angle is kind of interesting, where it's like, no matter what you do, because you were in the right place at the right time and you're trying to do the right thing, people are going to follow you. And eventually, because of the circumstances of your leadership, they are going to think you are sent here by the divines. And that's like a cool angle. The problem is that by doing that, they are asserting the Christian, like the religion in Dragon Age is a reference to either Catholicism or Christianity. I can't figure out which one it is exactly, but it's basically that. And like in constantly pushing this religious sort of like theme around it, and this idea that you are a chosen one and you've come back from whatever, the game kind of insists. So like playing as an atheist, the game is just kind of like, that's okay. Religion is here whether you want it or not. That's okay. Christianity is still the thing that people should believe in. And like everyone tells you that. Everyone goes, they should believe in this. Even if you're not actually the chosen one, you know, the people need to believe in a chosen one. The people need the religion.
They need a shepherd, as one might say.
Yeah, the people need Jesus Christ. And it really like, it's okay if you want that to be the message of your story, but it's a real letdown coming from a game that was less about the church and coming from two games previously that really challenged the legitimacy of that religion. Like Dragon Age Origins makes you question whether the religion, like the stories,
if it's real,
like it really makes you question if it's true or not. Dragon Age 2 makes you question like people using that religion to do awful things. It questions the validity of a religion that allows for these things to happen under it, because it's a society ruled by that religion or whatever. So like it challenges those ideas.
Okay, but GC, what if you were the religion?
Yeah. And that's sort of like a real weird flip on the script for Dragon Age.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Mm.
People going through like a crisis and feeling like they need to turn to a higher power to sort of like justify the things going on in their lives.
Yes.
Like this is a common thing that happens with people who are going through like some kind of crisis. And I feel like because that's such an easy thing to pull from when they're like, the world is in crisis, we need someone that can be a leader. Let's make them a messiah figure, instead of just being like, I assembled a ragtag group of weirdos. One guy who wants to fuck all the time, a guy who looks like an egg, a gay guy, a centrist black woman, a guy who lies a lot, and a mean lesbian. We're heroes now. Which, I mean, that's what they kind of did in Dragon Age 1, but like I think it would have worked for Inquisition too.
Yeah. It's just emblematic of my problems that I have with BioWare during this era, which I guess is the only era they ever had, because otherwise they were making one Star Wars game that I remember. And I guess they made Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, they made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which were good.
Yeah.
Those two games are literally like, what if you were the chosen one and it sucked ass?
Yeah, what if being the chosen one was a bad thing actually? And Inquisition's like theming and its allegory is like really whack, man. Like it's in that same vein of Mass Effect 3 is really, I think personally that Mass Effect 3 is very Islamophobic. I think Mass Effect 3 is very pro-Christian, and I think Mass Effect 3 borderlines propaganda, if not is propaganda. And I think Inquisition sort of rides a very fine line towards being very much the same. And it's really weird considering both Mass Effect and Dragon Age began as sort of like commentaries on different things and like challenging the status quo ideas that we had in like the United States at the time.
GC, I can't wait for you to watch Game of Thrones, so when because you've recently replayed Dragon Age Origins, you're going to understand that this is just the Forgotten Realms X Game of Thrones, and whatever meaning was there was purely accidental.
I hate that.
It's true. Like I watch too much Game of Thrones now because I love to hurt myself but also feel comfort. And watching you go through Origins and playing the opening of Origins myself, like again, I was like, oh, this is just Game of Thrones, actually. This whole thing is just Game of Thrones.
So what you're telling me is when they ran out of material to rip off, they resorted to God, there's a word for it. I don't remember what the word for it is, but it's like Christy
Yoshipede.
Yoshipede.
That's my contribution to the Dragon Age segment. Yowie zowie.
Yeah, I know it's long-winded, but like
No. It's just I feel bad that I can't contribute because I just don't know anything about Dragon Age. I need to get back to 2.
You're sitting there just being cute.
I
I
appreciate 2 so much more after playing Inquisition. I
Wow.
appreciate 2 so
right?
much more. Like,
Oh,
wow.
God.
Wow, what a great game. What a great
Jesus
game.
Christ. For people who've been with GC for a really long time, that is surprising.
You
Yeah.
ruined this perfect segue where Kaz was like, speaking of wow.
Oh my god.
The new World of Warcraft expansion came out and it's really fun and I'm a Death Knight.
Ooh.
There's a purple girl boss in the center of the planet that wants to make it explode, I think. She also has an army of bugs.
That's great.
And that's kind of all I know right now because I only played a couple of hours because the Marvel Rivals Gamescom thing was available to me and I played the Winter Soldier and I killed real good.
I love Bucky Barnes.
Is Winter Soldier good?
Yeah, he's really good.
His combo is simple, but it's so much fun. Oh my god, you gotta love it.
Rivals comes out 3 days before my birthday.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna play video games on your birthday or what?
We might.
Yeah, GC or what?
Yeah. Or what?
Or what,
Or
nerd?
what, GC?
Yeah. Oh man, we really gotta pull you into Rivals, Cullen. I wanna
Well, I wanna.
yes, I need to see the kind of man you become in a high stress situation.
God, yes, please.
GC can attest it's not good.
Exactly.
It's not as bad as some people, but he gets salty.
I do.
I really want to know what character you're gonna play and gel with.
Probably Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's really hard to play.
I'll learn.
Okay, so you're gonna be like extra annoying, and I love that.
Okay.
No, Spider-Man's like a fucking pain in the ass to deal with, but
Do you want me
like
to like
pretty
speak in the voice while we play and make quips?
yes,
Oh shit, I gotta prepare quips then.
yes,
Damn.
yes.
What a shame.
It'll be so fun.
What we could do
Yeah.
is we could play Doom together.
Dune?
Doom.
Oh,
Doom
Doom. I
1
was
and
like, I'll play
2.
Dune Awakening.
They ran out of games to remaster, so Bethesda remastered Doom 1 and 2, and this time was like, okay, Night Dive, make it good. And you know, Night Dive does what Night Dive does, and now Doom is available, running really good on like every platform, has co-op campaign and like better multiplayer. So
What?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we do have to play Doom. Like, I really love Doom, and the fact that it has duo campaign and multiplayer sounds insane.
I think someone said it's up to like 8 players for co-op.
16.
What the fuck?
It's time
16.
to go. It's time to become the Pope.
Is that a Doom reference?
Yes.
Yeah, it is because the Doom Slayer
It's
is technic-
basically the Pope.
is technically eligible to become the Pope.
Goddamn, he should be.
Yeah, online cross-platform deathmatch and co-op for up to 16 players.
Let's
Yo.
go.
And the like, I think it's only $10 if you don't already own Doom, but if you do, it's free.
Looks like I'm getting us Doom.
Oh, yippee.
Yippee.
I love
it's like-
Carnage.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. Not only is it every like all of the campaigns, but they got like Machine Games and Night Dive to make a new like full like
Wad.
Doom campaign.
Yo.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and then
Oh, I've
they
never
also
heard
got a
of it.
guy to remaster the whole soundtrack. It's like an option if you want it. But like there's a fully like actual real ass guitar ass soundtrack now.
Whoa.
I played some on Switch earlier. It's really good.
Cullen, you've already sold me.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yay.
Okay, Doom's on our list. Monster Hunter's on our list.
Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals.
Got a lot of
don't know what
games.
else.
Godzilla movies.
Twisters.
You know what's on my list for next week?
What?
Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh, please talk about how you feel about that, because I've heard so many mixed things.
I know, that's what excited me. That excited me so much. I bought the collection that comes out 3 days 3 days early.
Oh my god. If you're gonna end up playing it and streaming it privately, I might pop in and bug you because I want to watch the Star War.
Me too, I love the
Here's
Star
the
Wars.
thing. I
Yes.
chose to get it on PS5 so I could force myself to like not be in front of my computer while I play.
That's smart. You enjoy your Star War.
I will, or I won't. Who knows?
Well, you'll always enjoy your Dagobah swamp water.
I could fuck up some Dagobah fries right now.
What did you have at Star Wars Land? What did you
Milk.
eat? Oh,
What did you eat? Milk?
No, we didn't really eat anything.
just milk.
Just drank milk. It was good milk.
You just went to Star Wars Land to drink milk, is what you're saying.
Basically, yeah. I just wanted the milk.
And was it
Crazy
worth
about
it?
milk. Oh, it was super worth it. And then I got like the flu and stuff. It was great. All worth it for
Man.
the milk.
Just this next cover is just Cullen with like a knapsack, and he just has like a glass of milk in his hand, and he's walking over a desert. He's running at 102-degree fever.
I couldn't get on my flight back, so I had to walk.
Yeah, you won't feel that fever in the desert heat, don't worry.
Well,
but,
yeah.
I'm kind of just waiting for next week. A lot of games coming out next week.
Yeah, right? Like Outlaws.
Visions of Mana, Gundam
Yeah.
Breaker, the new Famicom Detective Club.
Uh-huh.
I can't say too much about Visions, but I can say I am reviewing it, so expect it at RPG site
Yay.
around launch. But yeah, I'm excited for next week. A bunch.
I can't wait to read your review of Visions of Mana.
Yeah, I'm curious
Wow.
too.
I can't wait to write it. Someone's got to get
Yay.
on that.
Oh boy. Someone remind Cullen. Hey Cullen, can you remind Cullen to write his review?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
Just
about that.
listen to the podcast. You'll be reminded.
Oh damn! Now I gotta
Yeah,
listen
Cullen,
to our
here's your
podcast.
reminder to write your review.
Oh, cool. If only I was editing this, then I'd hear that and go, "Whoa, I should write my review." And now GC's gonna have to remind me.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, GC, please remind Cullen to write his review.
You got it.
All right. But yeah, what are you guys excited for coming up?
We're going to Universal on Tuesday, and Jake is gonna see the dinosaurs.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, no, the World of Warcraft expansion is probably coming out in like 2 days, and then we're actually gonna be able to play together, and that's what I'm kind of excited for. Like, I love MMOs, and this is my first time experiencing like a World of Warcraft expansion at launch, and I'm just really excited for this to be a big social experience with a bunch of people.
I'm just not sure how to describe how I feel because, like, despite having played, I guess a certain amount, like a bit of Warcraft by now, like World of Warcraft, I still feel like I do not know this game in any way, shape, or form. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have read more than I have read in my entire university career about lore and gameplay. I played dungeons, I played story stuff, I did quests, I did everything, and I still feel like I have zero idea what I'm doing, if I'm even making a difference in a dungeon, or if maybe I'm even dragging the party down. I don't know. And it's a really weird feeling because I really want to engage in this game because I'm really like starting to like it. I like the races and the lore and the story, but very hard for me to feel as though I exist in this game. It's very strange. Like I played Final Fantasy XIV for so long, and like no matter which button I click, I know exactly what it's gonna do, how much damage it's gonna do, where it's gonna move. But with WoW, it's all so confusing and strange. And oh,
Has it always been that way, GC?
It is. WoW is very not. World of Warcraft, yeah, basically, yeah. Like World of Warcraft is built on
Vibes.
it's built on vibes, and it's very much built on making sure encounters are different for the player, as well as like in Final Fantasy 14, the boss moveset changes, but largely you're doing a lot of the same stuff. In World of Warcraft, a lot of your abilities have more interaction with each other. So like It's just different. It's just different.
It's strange because like I really want to understand what I'm doing, but I'm afraid it will always stay this way. And that way I'm not really enjoying like any dungeons because I have no idea where the fuck we're going, what the fuck we're doing, who
That's
is who.
sad. I just said I wanted to enjoy this with you.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
And like I wanna play it so bad. But I don't understand how this feeling will go away. I'm struggling with this.
I think it was really funny that Kazuma was like, I'm so excited for this. It's like, that's nice. I'm not, and here's why.
No, I'm not, no, I'm definitely excited for the expansion. That's literally like I was like, oh man, like we can play together. I was like, wait, he has 3 days early access or something? Because it's like the CE, right?
Yeah, to fully disclose this, Blizzard sent me
sorry.
the mega bajillion dollar expensive edition so I could get early access to the expansion.
Yeah, and it looks really cool. I'm just like afraid that like what if I'll drag the party down? What if I have no idea
Who
what's gonna
fucking
happen?
cares? It's World of Warcraft.
Nah, you'll be fine. Like once it clicks, like it'll be a lot of fun. I promise you that. And like don't worry about dragging anyone down in dungeons and stuff like that. Nobody knows how to play World of Warcraft. That's the reality. Everyone's got their
Really?
own idea of like how to do it.
That's a good way of thinking. Nobody knows how to play. That's kind of like when I when I drive a car and say everyone's constantly afraid. That's why people make mistakes. Yeah, maybe just actually nobody knows how to play it.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing Mythic Plus rating, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't even know that exists.
It'll be if you've played XIV, you'll be fine with this one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not that intimidating. If anything, you'll probably once you get enough time in it, you'll probably like find a lot of joy out of like the way your abilities work with each other and stuff like that. And if you need help, just ask. Like people are always willing to like help. So you could always look up a guide on how to play your class or something like that.
Sure, everyone in this game has actually been incredibly nice to me. I've not had a single bad interaction with anyone.
Exactly.
Which is a very stark contrast to Final Fantasy XIV.
I was waiting for it. You're right, though.
Sorry, the haterade always comes out.
It's always there.
It's always there. It's lying dormant.
But that like what is coming out next week other than like Star Wars Outlaws? Sorry, I literally thought Dragon's Dogma 2 came out last year. My sense of time is fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I felt like a year
I think
ago.
you're on the edge of insanity.
Probably.
I'm not really I don't know what's coming out. Well, besides Gundam Breaker 4.
Just the ones I listed.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to, but I'll probably be very busy next week because I am finally going to be moving next week.
Yay.
Oh, I'm sending you so much energy. Moving is rough.
Yeah, gonna be packing a lot of boxes, gonna be putting stuff into a big U-Haul truck, probably making multiple trips. And probably by the next time we do podcast, I will be in a new set.
Sick.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have like an office.
So jealous.
A real office. You're really moving up in life.
Thank you. I used to have an office before I moved here, but now I'm gonna have my office again. And that's gonna be great.
I'm excited for
End
you.
of an era.
Yeah, I'll sound really different too because I'll have my sound paneling up.
That's gonna be weird because like this is literally how I know your voice. And like since I never met you in person, like I don't know what you actually sound like. So this is like literally what I think you sound like. It's gonna be so strange.
Yeah, in real life, GC's more like, hello.
Oh really? That's adorable. I
Yeah.
love that.
I do not sound like that in real life.
He goes, oh boy. Gee, Willikers, golly gee.
Oh boy.
I just polished my bald head and I'm ready to have a
God damn it. It's blinding
Make sure
me.
you shave it every other day.
Here we go.
Wow. That I can't wait.
Look forward
Yeah.
to it.
So
Well, GC, why don't you do our outro in that fantastic voice of yours?
Yeah, GC, your favorite voice.
Where can people find us, Cullen?
They can find us at Burnout Cult on Twitter, Burnout Culture Podcast on Spotify, which you're probably already listening to right now, or Burnout Culture Podcast on YouTube. You can find me at Dr. Cullen PhD or just Cullen online.
Kazuma.
you can find me dying in bed of a severe sunburn.
I don't think
you
you
can
want
find-
people to find you there.
No,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No. Please, 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 no. You can find me at Kagenaga on Twitch and at Kazuma on Blue Sky. I don't use Twitter anymore.
Great. Jake.
Cool.
Oh, I sometimes use the titter still.
Titter?
Highberry art. I do draw the covers. If you haven't noticed by now. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
And you can find me at GC__ Vasquez on Twitter, GC Vasquez on Blue Sky, and GC Vasquez on YouTube. I put out a new video. You should go watch it.
It's very good.
It's okay. Anyway, thank you all for joining us this week. We'll see you again, same time as always, same place. Until then,
Yeah. Farewell, everyone.
Goodbye.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.